Brooksaw Antiques here. Today we have this 1956 Olympia SM3 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Very pretty beige color, and the keys are very dark green. Might be hard to tell in the video, but they're dark green. First thing we're going to do is set our margins. I like to set them at the beginning and the end of the page. And you just pinch them and move them like that. And that's how you set them. And it has this support arm that flips up like a switchblade and extends like that. This is your adjustable paper guide. So if you want to load your paper in there, you can move it. I like to keep it all the way on the edge, lined up with the platen. Platen is this main roller that feeds the paper, and this is the paper bale that sits on top. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, gets you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip that switch down 1. Skips 2, 1 more, skips 3. That works good. We're going to keep it on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. Switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. And if you flip that down 2 slots, there's a red dot. In the middle is a white dot, and the ribbon vibrator does not go up at all. Like if I try to type, let's go back on the next line. It doesn't print at all, and that doesn't move at all. If you have it on the blue dot, go to the end there. It prints the top portion. If you have it on the red dot all the way down, it prints the bottom portion. So we're gonna print a sentence in red. This is probably my favorite typewriter of all time. It's an Olympia. Basically, I consider it the Mercedes-Benz of typewriters. Super smooth, made out of the best parts. Very high quality engineering and parts in this. All Olympias are like this that are made in West Germany. And let's go ahead and focus on that print. It's got a unique font. I think it's called Congress. And I think it's 11 characters per inch, which is very unique. It's usually 10 or 12. So something that has 11 is pretty unique. To pull the page out easy, you just flip this switch on the right side to the front. It unlocks the rollers underneath the paper, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. And flip that back down. It's got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, you just hit the shift button again. Backspace is on the right here. That works good. Tab on the top right, and to set the tabs on this model is manual. You just push them in like this and move them. Space them out like that. And it'll stop at each one of those. I'll show you how it does it from the back. Stops at each one of those little stops. That works good. And this is your margin release. It says MR on there. So when you get to the end of the margin, on all typewriters, I guess I would say 99% of them has a lock. And to get past that lock, you just hit that MR button. Finish the word at the end of the page. Open the hood. We got our spools and our touch control on the right side here. And you can see there's an arrow. The farther down you go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys, and they respond faster. And the farther towards the back, the less tension, so you don't have to hit the keys as hard to get them to print. All the brand new ribbon is loaded on the left side here, so it's pulling to the right. And to switch that, you just do that on the forks here. That's how you switch the direction. Pull them to the right, and then you switch it. Pull to the left. That works good. This is the button for the switchblade support arm. That's pretty cool. This lever here, when you push it down, disables the spacing mechanism so you can get to an exact spot on the page. When you have it up, you get clicked. Each one of these clicks, I believe, is a half space. And this is your carriage release. There's only one on this model on the right side here. That works good. And there's also a button that does the same thing. When you push it in, it disables the spacing mechanism. And that's about it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.